Whoa. Okay. Supposed to be a regular Chinese opening. I guess not. It's gonna be a fast one. Well, welcome back to ROC. Again, I apologize. I just couldn't get the video out on time. It's completely my fault. My producer always reminds me, but it's just a lot of things get in the way. But I do have good news because I do have a video on the transatlantic matches. I know a lot of you were wondering about that, so also stay tuned for that one. It's been a while since I've actually done regular videos. It's actually quite nice. I get to play these games again, which is let's have a lot of fun. So let's take a look at regular Chinese. We've got 13 wins. So after this game, we should have 6 left. So it's actually coming quite soon. I mean, you will be expecting closure for the season when my accounts do reach 7 So it looks like my opponent, after doing some crazy stuff, they actually came back down to earth and played some more normal moves. So we'll see what happens after. And just as I say that, all the craziness starts again. Yes. So white approached and attached. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here. Cross again. So of course I'm going to extend here because white already approached. So my bottom stone is much weaker. Don't want to extend the second line, so naturally pulling out. So white's trying to hone out. I think I can clamp here. Yeah, I think clamp is good. It's a very strong move here because if I hane, white's going to extend, and I'm not promised to enclose and capture. But playing this way, I capture 3 stones, and then after that, everything in the top left is extremely solid. Then if you look at the upper right, so white's gonna Atari and then push down. Oh, okay. That's a strange kind of net. Okay, so it's actually not bad of a move. I think I'm just gonna push and capture the 3 stones. Okay, so white answered. And then I think I'll just push through this way. Just connect. So at this point I can probably be okay with just sacrificing. Yeah. So white lives in Gote and I get another move in the middle. I don't know if I want to pincer. I can also pincer this. I think both are okay. It's those kind of situations where there's a code there and I can start it whenever I want, but I don't really want to start it just yet. Oh, oh god. I didn't realize white could have cut. White should have cut there and extended that. That would have been pretty bad for me. I should have pushed and made the exchange. So I skipped a move and I actually took a pretty big risk here. my opponent didn't realize this, so I did get away with it. So if white cuts and extends, black's gonna be pretty bad shape. Don't know what white trying to do here. These sequences were not really that good. I did make the corner alive, but now black is really strong. So everything from the fight to just generally going out, which is definitely going to happen because now both these white groups are pretty weak. It's going to be so easy for black, like with nothing to worry about, and then the upper left just building as we continue the fight. It's actually a very comfortable situation to be in for black. And then this middle group is also quite weak, so white needs to continue to escape. And then I'm just gaining while putting some pressure on white. So very comfortable game so far. And all I need to do is just keep gaining. I don't need to kill or anything like that. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna take the left side now. So this is probably just an easy Atari and connect. I don't see anything that white can do here. I'll just capture this. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, now we're probably not in agreement. Should I just haunt it back? I can probably push. Yeah, I'm gonna push and capture. This I'm not gonna miss that exchange. This is quite important for the middle. Oh, I can haunt it here. So it is pretty complicated. Okay. I kind of want to cross cut, but I doubt I need to, so I'm just gonna play Tiger's Mouth. So for the best connection, white kind of needs to connect. Wait, white's just sacrificing it. Okay. I mean, I'll gladly take it. It's all a very good exchange for black. White did get in here, but these died, and I got the left very solid. There's actually corner stuff after I played this move here. Okay, so that makes the connection, Sente. I can still cut though. So yeah, now the lead is just increasing. So this game is actually all about the upper fight. After the upper fight, white's shape become very awkward, and just getting Gote and living, and that was the main cause that made the game kind of look pretty bad for after that, right? So white couldn't really find good ways to come back afterwards, just because black was really strong. White tried to be very aggressive, but black didn't have to punish very hard. Okay, capture, fine. I'll just connect this. Yeah, so just getting territory everywhere. Now this is probably, how should I do this? I could probably I'm just gonna live the corner. I think this is probably good enough. And then I'll just hunt and connect. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. And then I just extend back. And there we have it. So that was a pretty clean win. The start was definitely a highlight there. I mean, what a way to start the episode. So this upper fight was kind of interesting. It's not really a good way. I mean, we learned like usual ways to invade, so usually you should use those, like just, you know, invade here or like actually extend after the kick, right? So like this sort of attachments, if you don't really use it well, and not like read ahead, then these can actually go really poorly. So don't just try attachments just for the sake of it. Actually do read forward and actually try it. Otherwise, you're not actually improving your sabaki or invasion techniques. You're kind of just winging it every time, right? That's not really going to help that much. Okay, cool. So I'm going to roll the next opening. Let's see what we get. The good old Kobayashi. And we have a Kobayashi opening setup. Well, let's see if we're able to play it. Okay, let's try it. So if they respond, I'm going to stand back. Oh. Should we try wedging? I haven't played this in such a long time. Let's try wedging. I don't think people actually play this nowadays. Everyone just extends or hanes. It was a very long time ago when I learned about this, and I always thought like, wow, black gets a big corner, but this is actually not bad for white, just capturing a stone like that. So interesting. So we're gonna play a bit of a moyo game, I guess. I'm gonna try to get the hane. Can I get the hane? Let's try to get the hane. I think this is actually quite big. With the push, white can actually get a little bit more. Okay, cool. So my opponent didn't respond. Yeah, let's still extend this back. Maybe we'll go high. Let's try this, you know? Because we have quite a strong wall, I'm gonna try the 5th line. Not really afraid of black coming in like this. So I think this is reasonable. Okay, so let's see how my opponent's going to invade this. Because framework-wise, we're doing pretty well here. Okay. Direct invasion, interesting. Okay, I guess a few options. I think I want to extend. I didn't really want to hane because I didn't want to give black another extension. So this is just going to be a forced sequence here. And I pretty much have to prevent this. I can't just let black come over with a knight's move. So I'm tempted to go from the top. Yeah, I want to go from the top. If I Atari, then black could actually use forcing moves to help this group live. And that's going to be pretty annoying. So kind of just decided to go this route. Now, locally, black might not be alive, but it's actually kind of annoying to kill because the outside's not that strong. It's an interesting read though, because if I can always hane when black plays this move here, then it could be killable. Because there's no attachment or anything. Interesting. Oh, there is a push though. So if black pushes, I have to pull back. Does that work? I mean, now I have to try, right? Okay, it doesn't work. But black has to play the right move.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, interesting. I don't think that works though. So black should have just directly pushed and cut, and that would have worked. It's interesting. This is going to be a pretty... It's not going to be a light exercise for me. I'm going to have to read out a lot of sequences, because now black can connect, push, and cut. There's some other stuff here. Okay, so I guess here black is sacrificing. This is a bit tricky.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I didn't want to exchange the wedge and stuff. So I think this is a little bit better. Black's outside is less strong. And I think I get Sente here. Yeah, I think I get Sente here. So
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
that's not bad.
1.
Just take a big move here. Push. Oh, what? That's kind of strange. Why would black push and not respond? So my approach actually doesn't lose much, because if black plays the tiger stone, it's basically like black played a one space strong. Okay, my attach is bad, but it's like a normal move. But when I cut, it's actually just taking back whatever black gained on the outside. I think I'll just protect. I mean, black still can't ladder, so it's actually a very creative move. This is a good move, this g6. So here I'm going to jump, and wow, second line. Do I die or something? I can't, right?
7, 6, 5.
I don't see myself dying. It's at most a seki for black in the corner here. What is this? That's pretty strange reading there. Okay, wow, it's actually pretty fast. My opponent's actually quite creative, but you can see that they still make some pretty big reading mistakes, and those are exactly the things that cost you the game. So it's a really big lesson for, like, really you gotta practice reading, because just like one one move there, and that was it. So okay, cool. So let's roll the next opening. And we get a 1. Let's go to Sanrensei. I think I'm gonna need more wins on this account, because I only have 8 wins so far. Let's just go with the classic. I want to play a few of the classic, because I know I refrained from pincering a few times, but I'm gonna try this again. Whoa. I actually never seen this before, so with the pincer, jump in 3-3 invasion. That's interesting. I don't think it's any good though. I mean, the jump is pretty much wasted. Okay, we'll just play a normal opening. See what happens. Pincer. I don't know what to do now, actually. I think I can attach. That should be no problem, but I don't think I'll do. I think I don't know, actually. There are too many options that are kind of similar. So like I can jump, I could pincer, I could 3-2 invasion. I could also attach d3 here. I think I'll just jump out here. I think this is worth something. If white plays a shoulder hit, it's going to pretty much completely connect these groups, and I don't think I really want that. Interesting. White's trying to attack right away. Then I'll definitely need to extend this out first before continuing here. Get to play this very comfortable asking move. I think I'll just jump. Oh. I don't think this is any good for white. And tiger's mouth is even worse. Because, wow. This is definitely not recommended. Losing the whole corner just to capture these 10 points and in Gote. And in such a Aji prone fashion, black is definitely way better here. I think I'm just going to extend. This is worth something because I do get rid of this cut, and also allows me to attach. Okay, so this is kind of annoying because yeah, that's why you don't play the Sanrensei, because you're left with this awkward stone here and you can't actually choose your side. I like to choose my side. So yeah, this, if you're looking at recent pro games, you'll probably notice that this move is played a lot less, and that's exactly the reason. There's just so many things. The lead is so big now, actually, because white has just a bunch of pieces that are incomplete, but there's just so many things I could do. I could limit this, and I could Hane and threaten the Peep and Atari, and separate the two stones. I could attach, solidify the top, improve my Moil a little bit. I can also push and cut and just capture the corner to gain some extra points. There's just too many things I could do. So if you're wondering about what you should do if your opponent Hane, by the way, this is not the proper move. You should just Hane and extend. And this is because white is really awkward when white fixes the local weakness. There's a whole bunch of them, and it's actually really difficult to fix all of them. So like, for example, this Atari is going to be small because after the cut, this Atari is small, right? So that's why black saves the cut for later, and then cuts at that exact moment. Everything is dying for white. I'm gonna get some forcing moves here. I don't know if white. Oh, okay. White just extend. Should I Hane? I don't. There's too many things to do. I can also. Is white sacrificing? I think in this case I probably want to connect or extend. These are all very direct moves, but also the outside becomes stronger with each of them. I don't think white is guaranteed to live. There's actually a good chance that white would die here, because those were not very good moves for eye space. I should have like played a one space extension instead of making the Hane over on the left. Okay, now do I pull this back? If I tar, this is dead. I can Hane back, and so white descends, I can Hane back. So there's no really any forcing moves over here anymore. And when white captures, I can just block this. So this is 100% dead. There's no cut in the middle here, and there's no forcing moves on the bottom. Okay, so we didn't even need to expand this. Don't need any points in the middle, actually. Okay, I think... I'm just thinking about what the cleanest way to kill is. I'm pretty sure this is... yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, there's no forcing moves in the middle, so this stuff won't work. I still have one extra liberty here.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 yo-yomis left. 9, 8, 7.
Okay. There's nothing to read. There's nothing. That's it. Okay, so that was a pretty fun one. This is a kind of a interesting opening. So I've never seen the jump and then 3-3 invasion. Just this is a bit of a conflict because white's jumping out from the side and then just immediately giving it up. So yeah, it's just saying that, okay, if black attaches, white can extend, and it's like a double peep, right? So just don't attach, right? I don't have to attach. So that's kind of a interesting tactic. But actually, if I was actually looking at the variation, I was just attaching, because normally you do attach, right? Then I would be in trouble because white's going to double peep and just capture the stone, and I would end up in gote. So it's interesting style there. And then I guess not too much to talk about. So here is probably where white lost the most, because this evasion is actually quite severe. So if I were white, I would have just captured this first. If black jumps, there's still a lot of ways to reduce, so this is still a little early. So after the lower right, I was pretty happy. So afterwards, it was just some reading stuff, bit of fighting there. Okay, so let's roll the next opening, and in Chinese. Unfortunately, I rolled white, so probably no classic opening here, but I'll still approach and try to do the thing. And we have a quick one. Oh, this one. I'm just gonna extend because this is actually the easiest way to deal with this kind of stuff. It never works. It's not very good. Locally at least, but I obviously Tanuki the upper right, so that should not count towards this. Black will obviously get the first move in the top right. I mean, the thing is that if black connects here, white will get an extension, right? But if black connects here, it's 3 in a row and it's kind of slow, so it's not really that good. And when black jumps, it's also like I mean, the lower side's still wide open, so white can just split or still invade. So it's not really that good of a framework there. I don't know, maybe I'll jump from here. I wanted to invade, but I think that's it's pretty complicated. If black attaches, I can Hane and descend. Now I really want to enclose, so I'm just gonna double Hane. If black Hanes, I should be able to get an enclosure. It's actually quite big, but if I extend, I think it's a small trap for black. If black cuts, there's some weird Aji here in the territory there. It is a lot of influence. Not super strong, but still pretty good influence. There's quite a lot of invasions on the right side. I'll just see what black is trying to do here. Oh, not really much now. Okay, I can hold off on protecting that because my corner is pretty much alive anyway. Okay, I think I have to descend here. It's a little bit annoying, but it will have to do for now. Well, this block was too fast. Because if black wanted to live, that's probably going to be better. Black could have just extended there. I don't think this is going to achieve much. Now black died, and there's no gain in the middle either. This was just a bit of a stretch. Like black's reading wasn't going far enough here. Okay. I think I'll just get rid of the Aji here. Black got a few forcings, it's not a big deal. The group is still not alive actually, so black needs to run. That'll give me the next move, so I'm pretty happy with that. What else have we got here? So the right side, I don't want to do anything there yet because I don't want to give my opponent some idea of what's going on there, so I'm just going to continue the opening and pretend there's nothing there. If black descends though, it does reduce the severity of everything, but I guess it's a risk we're going to have to take. I think at the moment I'm pretty happy. So the top side should be larger than the right side, lower right in general. The whole like right, lower right corner territory. So that should be fine. And then I do have to reduce the bottom a little bit more. Oh, Hane and connect. This is actually not the proper move. Black should descend directly. Okay, so should I counter pincer? I think this is pretty big. I get to expand the right side a little bit as well. I want to put a little bit of pressure on this middle group. I mean, it's not completely settled yet. So I've definitely seen this before. So this is not the proper move, and this does die. So don't play this one. I could have blocked, but I think it just reverts to the same thing.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, it doesn't revert to the same. Black should have pulled back. Actually, it would have been pretty hard to kill if Black pulled back, but doesn't it just? Oh, this is cleaner. This is cleaner. I can just push and Tanuki. This is a very good life and death exercise, actually. And the proper move is to connect.
5, 4, 3.
Okay. That was a little bit unexpected. I mean, I thought this game would have lasted a little longer, so Black resigned after just dying a few times. I mean, yeah, so definitely, like, if you're going to attach, you should definitely remember the next move. You should Hane into the corner. And that's the only way. So it's a little bit complicated because there are some move variations where White might choose to capture one of the stones, or White might just choose to get the outside. But especially like these corners with one space extensions, you should be very careful when you're thinking about the Hane, because the life and death is quite complicated. So if you're curious about the variation I'm talking about, so I actually wasn't able to review over there, but I'm going to try to kind of match the board approximately the same size. Hopefully this works. I'm just going to show like one of the variations. So normally the Hane and Tiger's Mouth is good, and you can diagonal to live, but because because White already has the one space extension, White doesn't have to block, so White can actually peep and extend. And this group actually is not completely alive locally. So here, after this, White can actually push and make an eye. So you do have to rely on the outside weakness. Just be aware of that. So for like those strong Dan players, don't memorize these things just and play it. You should actually think about when things might not work. So it's definitely happened to me before. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll the next opening, and we're gonna call it a day. So let's see. Yes, I think yes, I love those larger numbers. I think it's all smaller numbers this video. So okay, so in the next episode we're gonna start with the 335. Thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something and it was enjoyable. If you did enjoy it, be sure to drop a like, and I will see you in the next one.